Hello and welcome back to Get Great at Maths. I'm here to help you pass your maths exam, so hit that like and subscribe button. We're going to look at keywords, key formulas and how to gain top marks. So let's get ready to get great at maths. My first top tip for you to help you pass your maths exam is to make sure you read the question carefully. Twice. So read that question very, very carefully and read it again to make sure you've understood what you have to do. Top tip number 2, underline key words in the question. So make sure you know exactly what you have to answer. What are the key words in the question? Top tip number 3, write down any relevant key formulas or facts related to the question. So what formulas do you need to know to answer the question, or what facts do you need to know to answer the question that you've been asked? Top tip number 4, make sure you show all your working. This means write down your methods. So if you've typed something in on your calculator, what you type in on your calculator needs to be written down on the paper, or the working that is going on in head needs to be written down on the paper. So make sure you are showing exactly what you are doing in a logical order so the examiner knows where to give you the marks. You can get method marks as you go along on each question, so make sure you show your working. Top tip number 5, make sure your answers are clear. So make sure you've written your answer on the dotted line or wherever the answer space is, or you've underlined your answer to make sure the examiner knows where your final answer is. Make sure it is nice and clear. Top tip number 6, make sure you go back and check your answers. Have you answered the question that has been asked? Have you actually answered the question? Please check your work carefully. On the next few slides, we're going to look at key facts that are going to help you pass that exam. So the first thing is to think about your timing. Now, approximately, you have got 1 mark is approximately equal to 1 minute. So, for example, if you've got an exam question which is worth 5 marks, spend 5 minutes on that question. It's just an approximate timing. Sometimes you'll be able to do a question quicker, other times you'll need to spend longer on a question. So make sure that you approximately have 1 minute a mark, and that will give you enough time to be able to answer all the questions on the paper. If you're taking too long on a question, move on if it is taking longer than the time that we've approximately allowed. Now, if you are struggling with a question and you know that you've only got 2 minutes to do this question because it's worth 2 marks and you have no clue what to do, just move on. Okay? Come back at the end of the paper to that question and try it again. Your brain will automatically be thinking about the question that you've struggled with, and by the time you come back to do it again, hopefully there'll be enough information there for you that you might be able to try it the second time. So make sure you just move on. If you're struggling, don't waste time on a question that you don't know how to answer. Remember, in the exam, it doesn't matter the order you do the questions. There is an answer box for you to write your answer in for whatever exam paper it is, so you can do the questions out of order. Make sure you do the questions you could do first to help build your confidence, and then later on come to the questions that you're finding more tricky. Make sure you answer all the questions. Now, if you don't answer a question and you leave a blank space, you will not get any marks for that question. But if you've written something, then you may get some marks. So write down what you think you might have to do, even if you're unsure. You're better off to put something on the paper than leave the question blank. Always try and answer every single question. Don't leave blank answers. Remember to make sure you bring all the correct equipment you need for your exam. Make sure you are prepared. You will need a black pen for the exam, so make sure you bring 2 to the exam just in case something happens to one of them. You also need a pencil and a spare pencil in case something happens to that, or you could bring a pencil sharpener if you'd rather. If the exam requires a calculator, make sure you have got the correct calculator for the exam. If you're doing GCSE, you will also need a protractor, compass and ruler with you. For A-level, you may need a graphical calculator. So make sure you're prepared with whatever equipment you need for the exam. Now, most importantly, you must stay calm. Take deep breaths, don't panic, make sure that you are in control and you are ready to do your exam. If you've done the revision beforehand, then you will be fine for the exam. You know the information, make sure you show the examiner what you know. Here is just a reminder of all the top tips that you need to know to be able to answer any of the questions in your exam. Remember, number 1, read the question really carefully, read it again, read it twice. Number 2, underline key words in the question. Thirdly, write down any key formulas or facts that you know related to that question. Number 4, show your working out. Number 5, make your answer nice and clear. And number 6, go back and check your answer. Remember these top tips. These will help you answer all questions in your exam. And finally, good luck. We wish you all the best in all your exams, especially your maths exam. Hopefully you found all these videos really useful and helpful. Remember, okay, you can do this. You have the power to be able to pass your maths exam. Put the hard work in and you will get the rewards. Good luck. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment below to let me know what you would like to see in my next video. See you next time.